We've waged war on whales for centuries and practically exterminated them, and there really is no cause for continued whaling operations in the 21st century. These are incredibly intelligent, socially complex creatures, and we've certainly evolved enough in our society to know that this is just something that is no longer acceptable. I founded the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society in 1977 in Vancouver. I was one of the co-founders of the Greenpeace Foundation, and I left Greenpeace because I really didn't want to protest. I really don't like protesting. It's too submissive. It's like, please, please, please don't save the whales. So, you know, we went in, if they're killing whales illegal, we're not going to beg them to stop. We're going to tell them to stop. We target illegal activities, poachers, and we go in and we physically shut them down. We're there to uphold international conservation law. The 2008 season, we pursued the Japanese fleet for thousands of miles, and to shut them down, we did things like boarding them, and 2 of our crew were held hostage for 3 days on board one of the Japanese vessels. That certainly attracted a lot of international attention.
The high seas battle over whaling has intensified.
Japan is refusing to hand over 2 protesters who boarded a whaling ship.
The crew of the Steve Irwin are men and women from all around the world, but what we're really looking for are people who really want to make a difference and who are willing to take the risks that are necessary. It's an extremely dangerous thing we're doing, primarily because we're operating in one of the most remote and hostile areas on the planet, which is off the coast of Antarctica. And we're also dealing with a very violent opposition, which is the Japanese whalers. So we're having battles with big ships in very treacherous conditions, with weather, with ice, and we have to be extremely cautious to ensure that nobody is injured, and nobody has been injured. I've got an unblemished record in 30 years of doing what I've been doing. The techniques that we use to stop Japanese whaling is primarily intervention, keeping them running, chasing them, harassing them. We use butyric acid, which is really rotten butter. We throw liters of that onto the deck, which makes everything extremely smelly. We throw methylcellulose on their deck, which makes everything extremely slippery. So for the last 3 years, we've been able to cut their quotas in half and cost them hundreds of millions of dollars. Generally, we're just keep them on the run, and as long as they're running, they can't kill whales.